And hello everyone, welcome to This Day. It is Friday, it is November 8th. I'm Michael Taylor, welcome to the program. I hope you're ready for a fun weekend. With no election ad campaigns and none mailers coming in the mail, it'll actually be kind of our first peaceful weekend in a long time. So looking forward to that. On our show, we got lots of fun things to look forward to as well. We have the California Club coming in. They have lots of great shows coming up before the end of the year and into next year. We're going to be talking about their regular monthly show. We're going to be talking about some special concerts they have coming up, and especially a Christmas concert they have that we're looking forward to. And then, of course, Sports Corner is our Friday tradition, a wrap-up of all the sports for the week, and looking ahead to maybe some previews of Sunday's games as well. So we'll see about that as well from Cole. Looking forward to that one. Right now, we want to keep you informed, and it's an important one. We want to talk about the fact that we're not going to be here on Monday. Why? Well, it's 11/11. It's Veterans Day. And so that means we're going to show you some movies. So instead of our show in the morning, we're going to have Allied on with Brad Pitt. And then at 12 p.m., it's a little Halloween leftover we had sitting around. So we're gonna show you Poltergeist, and that's that classic horror movie from well back in I think it was the 80s when that came out. Gosh, it was a long, long time ago. And then later in the day, at 4:30 p.m., Laguna Woods' favorite film, March of the Penguins, and it's one of my favorites too. It's one of the best documentaries out there. If you've never seen March of the Penguins, make sure you see that one. So again, no This Day on Monday for Veterans Day. We're all taking the day off, but we're all going to be watching some great movies right here on Village Television. Let's take a look at our weather forecast, which will also include our Monday holiday on Veterans Day. We have some cooler temperatures now that the Santa Anas have really kind of calmed down. Left us with mostly sunny skies, though, in the low 70s. And as we go into the weekend and into next week, we're going to be dipping into the low 70s and even the 60s. And on Veterans Day, it's probably going to be our cooler days of the week for that Monday. So looking forward to some nice, cool, fall-like temperatures as we head into the holidays, getting those lattes and the pumpkin spice and all that fun stuff. Let's take a look at our sunrise and sunsets, and those are earlier as ever as well too, right? So now we have our sunrise this morning with 6:16. Sunset is already in the 4 o'clock, 4:52. This is a beautiful picture of Laguna Beach sent to us by Ellie Sibberger. I'm sorry, I'm not saying that name very well at all. Silberger. Hopefully I said that right. Eli, make sure you give me a note and tell me how terrible I pronounce your name, but I want to thank you very much for the beautiful picture. And if you want to send us some pictures like Eli did, well, you can do that as well. Make sure you email to us at lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. Make sure you include your name like Eli did, and I will do my best to pronounce it better, and where you took the picture like Eli did, and we will use it in our sunrise sunset segment. Okay, we got a couple of meetings I think to tell you about, and then when we come back, actually just one canceled one, so don't go to that meeting today. We're going to tell you which one was canceled, and then when we come back, we'll be talking to the folks from the California Club. Stay with us.
We believe every senior should be able to remain healthy, happy, and at home. At Caring Senior Service, we understand the value of compassion and companionship. Our caregivers promote health, happiness, and independence. We cook nutritional meals, engage in meaningful activities, run errands, do light house cleaning, and more. Call us toll-free at 833-926-3700 or visit our website, CaringSeniorServiceLW.com. Healthy, happy home. Caring Senior Service.
Seniors fear running out of money more than death itself, and the number one mistake you can make is underestimating volatility, which can derail your retirement. For 35 years now, I've coached seniors to financial independence by using 2 simple rules: never take big losses and create income along the way. It's your financial future. Call now to get a free risk analysis to ensure your investments are protected, and we'll send you our Safer Money System, 949-219-0692.
Tickets are on sale at the Performing Arts Center for Kalimba. The Spirit of Earth, Wind, and Fire on November 9th, presented by the California Club. Enjoy a tribute full of the energy and soul of Earth, Wind, and Fire with songs like September and Boogie Wonderland. Purchase tickets at the Pack Box office or online at CaliforniaClubLWV.com or call 949-597-4289. Enjoy the music of Earth, Wind, and Fire like it was meant to be.
Well, if you were paying close attention to the commercial you just saw, that was Kalimba, and that's just one of the many bands that the California Club is going to be bringing to us here in the near future. I want to welcome back to our program Sharon Peavy and Dave Peavy from the California Club.
Thank you.
They're slightly related, married, as you might have guessed by now. Well, welcome back to the program, and you guys are like ready for the holidays and into next year with some of the things you have going on. It's a lot of work.
We actually have all of this next year booked, all of
Really?
25 and 2-pack shows in 26 already.
Wow, wow.
We're working really hard to bring in great
we want to
new
bring
stuff.
in the great bands and great groups, and so we have to get them early because they're at a great demand around the country. So
Right, I imagine their calendars go out just as far as you guys are
Yes,
putting out your calendars,
exactly.
right? And so their years are booked up too.
Exactly.
Tell us a little bit about the California Club for folks who don't know about the California Club. There's so many clubs here in the community, and there's always new people coming in.
Well, we call it now the Re-Energized California Club. It is actually one of the original clubs here from 1966, I think
Wow.
it was, 65 or 66. Originally, it was a beautiful, elegant ballroom and formal dinner dance every month. But as years, as time has changed, people now like to be a little more comfortable. We call it dressy casual. And we also like a variety of bands. So we literally throughout the year have just a whole bunch of different types of bands, but they're all focusing on great dancing. And we now have a lot of singles and friends that sit together. And so there's always line dancing, and there's always dances where friends can get up and dance together. It's
Okay.
not just partner
And we're the only
dancing.
club that puts on a monthly dinner dance. Every
Right.
month we have a 4-course dinner, 1.5 liters of red wine, 1.5 liters of white wine on the table, all included in the price, plus 45 minutes of dancing before dinner and 2 hours of dancing after dinner.
And tomorrow on Saturday, you got the big one, the Earth, Wind, and the Spirit of Earth, Wind, and
Spirit
Fire.
of-
They're the tribute band for that, and then we just saw them. It's Kalimba.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about them.
Well, Kalimba is based out of Seattle, and they travel all over the world, the United States, which is the world. And they're just extremely well known. A 14-year guitarist for Earth, Wind, and Fire has said of all the people that do Earth, Wind, and Fire, this is the only group that embodies the spirit and the excitement and the feeling of the original Earth, Wind, and Fire. And so that's why we're really excited to get them, because we wanted to bring in the best possible that we could. And Kalimba brings that spirit forward, that Earth, Wind, and Fire projected back in the 70s.
Yeah, and then one of the things, like, I'll hear a song and I won't know who it is, and I'm like, oh, that's Earth, Wind, and Fire. These 70s, these older songs, it's like, wow, they had so many hits after hit after
They
hit.
did.
Boogie
They were-
Wonderland, September, things like
yeah.
that you just, yeah, that's them.
My daughter performed, real aside, my daughter performed at her homecoming. They had the 70s assigned to them, and they did Earth, Wind, and Fire's September.
Oh, wow.
And she was trying to describe the song to me. She's like, one of those old ones that goes, da-na-na-na-na. I'm like, what?
That's so cute.
I can't sing either. So.
Well, we're just so excited to have them. We just think it's going to blow the roof off, because they're a large group, all the great music, and it's going to be such a fun night.
Yeah, so tickets are still available. There are still some tickets available for tomorrow night. And so make sure you guys get in there. It's Kalimba, and good seats still available. What's the price range of this, in the 30s and 40s?
30 to 40.
30,
is the-
35, and 40.
Okay.
And there are great seats still available. So
right.
get over to the PAC, or you can go to our club site, our website, CaliforniaClubLWV.com, and you can get tickets directly through that, or to the PAC website, or in person.
All right,
Whatever you
shows
want.
this Saturday at 7:30 over at the PAC. And we got another one, A Very Buble Christmas.
Feeling good.
Yeah.
Who could this be about?
Yeah.
Who could that be? Right. Anthony Bernasconi played in the woods for several years, and he has exploded in his portrayal of Bublé. And he has got, he's performing just before our show on the East Coast, and he's flying back and performing for us the next day. That shows how busy he is with his Bublé features. And he's going to perform all the great Christmas holiday songs from Blue Christmas to, whatever. It's just
It's the Buble Christmas album plus all of the famous Buble songs.
Right, that's amazing.
Tell them how large the orchestra
Oh, well,
is.
there's 14-piece orchestra, 4 backup singers, plus Buble, or Anthony Berlusconi, who does
And
spectacular.
people think he's Buble. He sounds like him. He looks
It
like
does
him.
look like
He's
we're
got
showing
the
we're showing a couple of
mannerisms,
video clips from the commercial, and he does look like him too.
He really
What's kind of
does.
interesting is like usually I think of tribute bands as these guys aren't playing anymore, or they're really kind of doing the oldie circus. There's not many
Right.
members left, but Michael Bublé is kind of current, and he's already has a tribute person out
I
there.
know, and he's on The Voice right now as a
Right,
judge.
right.
He is so amazing, and this guy does him perfectly spot on. So it is going to be a fabulous show. We are really excited, and there are tickets available for that, and it's the first Saturday in December.
Okay, right.
And come and get your tickets. It's a perfect way to start the holiday season.
Going to be December 7th, a day of infamy for our country
Right.
and Michael Bublé. Over at the Performing Arts Center, 7:30 show, so make sure you do that. And then let's look ahead to Stone Soul.
Yes, our holiday dinner dance. Our dances are always the fourth Tuesday of every month, and this month it's the
26th?
26th, and Stone Soul is one of the most famous bands that plays here in the woods, and we have their full band that is coming, and it's going to be just a fabulous evening. Our dinner dances have become so much fun that people just can't wait for them every month. And this one being a holiday, it's actually holiday attire. And then for those who still like to really dress up, it's a formal optional
There you go.
if they'd like
I've
to
worn a
do
tux.
that.
So you can wear your
Dave's
ugly, you can wear your ugly Christmas sweater or your tux.
Exactly, whatever you want. Our meals have gotten so wonderful. I don't know if we've mentioned before, but our dining chair, that we have a new chair this year, and she graduated from culinary school in San Francisco, and she has been elevating our meal choices, working with our caterer, giving him recipes, and they have just improved so much. People come to her table every month and thank her because the food has gotten so good.
That's terrific.
And everyone loves Stone Soul. They're a great soul, Motown, and a variety of music, and they will be playing all night long.
Yeah, and when you think of what the California Club was about back in the day, and you're at least having that kind of legacy move forward, because when you went out to a big club, you wanted that elevated meal, that elevated experience,
Yes.
and that whole thing. It was a special night, someone walking around taking pictures at the table and those kinds of things.
And we do that too. We do. We have an amazing photographer, and we even in the back have a big fancy, what is it called?
Like a background screen.
A background screen, and so people go up and get their picture taken, and she does that, and she's wonderful. And so we have all of that, but it's also a more casual experience
Right,
now.
right.
It's
you
not
say,
stuffy.
An evening with your friends, having dinner and dancing and just having a great night all night long.
Yeah, and everybody loves the fact that we don't have music during dinner, so you get a sit-down dinner with 3 liters of wine on the table, and you get to talk with the people at your table. And you can ask to be with regular friends, or you can say, I'd like to be towards the front, I'd rather be in the back, I'd like to be with singles, I'd like to meet some new people, and we put everybody together so you do not have to stand in line.
And the quicker you get your reservations in, the better chances you have
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
sitting.
Yeah, talking to your friend. I don't know how much talking I can do after 3 liters of wine. I'll have to talk early and then
Well, you have to share it with the rest of the table.
Oh, well, come on now. You guys are no fun. All right. Love Uninhibited. That's the last one we want to talk about. That's coming up
Yes.
next year, 2025,
Yes,
but not
it's
too early
coming-
to start talking about and thinking
Well, the
about.
tickets actually have they gone on sale yet, or they just went on sale? They went on sale.
They're coming on sale, right?
Right.
Because we can sell
yes.
3 months before February.
We can sell
Okay.
3 months before, so they're
Okay, so
just
they're
coming
coming
on
online
sale.
now, right.
And what's exciting about this is the head of Stone Soul, Matt Gray, who has just a fabulous voice. He is in this and brought this to us. It's a huge orchestra, a 16-piece orchestra plus 4 singers, and he is one of the singers. And what's so fabulous is at the back on the big screen, they're going to have the words to the songs, and they're the best love songs of all times. And everybody can go with their girls can go with their girlfriends. You can have a group of friends. You can be, with your spouse or a date. But it is not a
It's
love
going to be a
type. It's going to
feel-good,
be
sing-along with Mitch type get
feeling,
together.
but great
I'm gonna
voices.
need the wine. I'm
Yeah.
gonna need the wine. All right.
And there is a bar at the PAC. California Club always has the bar at the PAC, so people can have a good time with that too. It is going to be so much fun.
Sounds like it's going to be a fun night. For folks who want to know more, CaliforniaClubLWV.com or call them at 949-478-4901. Get your tickets at the PAC. Thank you, Sharon and Dave, for coming in and talking about the California Club.
Thank you so much.
You're watching This Day, and when we come back, we're going to have Sports Corner. Stay with us.
Tickets are on sale now for Feeling Good, a tribute to Michael Bublé and a very Bublé Christmas, performed by Anthony Bernasconi with 4 backup singers and a 14-piece band, live on December 7th at the Performing Arts Center at 7:30 p.m., presented by the California Club. Tickets can be purchased at the PAC box office or at www.californiaclublwv.com. Questions? Call the PAC at 949-597-4289.
I'm so happy to recommend Dr. Fairmond. I've been going to her for 9 years. She's done implants, crowns, bridges, root canals, and I've been happy with everything that she's done. The staff is so friendly and pleasant, kind, and gentle. I would recommend her to anyone.
We are now fully open for all your dental needs and invite you to come in and experience the brilliant smile difference.
We are close to Gate 6 near Snooty Fox Restaurant behind Coco's.
Happy Friday and welcome to the 130th episode of Sports Corner. I'm Cole Young, and hopefully you aren't too burnt out from daylight savings time because we have a lot to get to this week. We have officially reached the midway point of the NFL season, which is absolutely astonishing to me. It doesn't feel like 9 weeks have already gone by. Anyway, the past few weeks I've talked about some crazy upsets, last-second wins, overtime shootouts, and more. Week 9, in comparison, was, well, a little flat. 2 last-place teams, the Titans and Patriots, went to overtime where Tennessee came out on top after a game-winning field goal in overtime. The Rams and Seahawks also went into overtime, and an absolute dime from Rams quarterback Matthew Stafford gave LA their 4th win of the season. Probably the biggest shock of the week was the Ravens breezing past the Broncos, beating them 41-10. The Broncos defense had not allowed a team to score over 26 points until this point, and that came all the way back in week 1. But Derrick Henry rushed for his 100th career touchdown and has already hit the 1,000-yard mark on this season, so an MVP trophy could be in his future. One single play in the Philadelphia-Jacksonville game was absolutely the highlight of the week, though. Up 7-0 in the second quarter, the Eagles had the ball in Jaguars territory. On 3rd and 6, quarterback Jalen Hurts dumped a checkoff pass to running back Saquon Barkley. What happened next is truly one of the most incredible things I've ever seen happen on a football field. Barkley caught the pass behind the line of scrimmage, shed one tackler, spun out of another tackle, and then hurdled a third defender backwards. Barkley picked up 14 yards and the first down and sent teammates on the field and sidelines and viewers all over the country into an absolute frenzy. How he timed the hurdle so perfectly while facing away from the defender and landing on his feet and continuing to run just makes no physical sense in my mind. Words and pictures do not do it justice, so I highly suggest searching Saquon Barkley no-look hurdle on YouTube. Since we're halfway through the regular season, I figured I'd take a look back at the playoff predictions I made before the season started and see where we're at. In the AFC, I said it would be the Chiefs, Ravens, Bills, and Texans as the 4 division winners, and the 3 wildcard teams would be the Bengals, Dolphins, and Denver Broncos. The Chiefs, Bills, and Ravens are 3 of the best teams in the league at the moment, so I feel pretty confident there, although the Steelers are technically in first place in the AFC North, not the Ravens. The Texans haven't been as good as anticipated, but still are winning games and playing in a weaker division. The Bengals and Broncos both still have shots to secure a wildcard spot. Technically, if the season ended today, the Broncos would be the 7 seed. The Dolphins only have about an 8% chance to make the playoffs if they beat the Rams this week, so that pick was a little off. The only teams I did not account for are the Los Angeles Chargers, who are currently 5-3 and the 6th playoff seed, and the Steelers. In the NFC, I was not nearly as accurate. I predicted that the 4 division winners would be the 49ers, Eagles, Buccaneers, and Packers. The 3 wildcard teams would be the Lions, Rams, and the Chicago Bears. The Eagles and Packers are both still in the playoff picture and have fairly good odds to make it in, but neither are division leaders. The Lions are currently the top dog in the NFL and the #1 seed in the NFC. The Bucs did have a good chance at winning their division before they were plagued by injury, and now the Falcons sit on top of the NFC South. A pleasant surprise has been the emergence of Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders, who are currently the #2 seed in the playoffs. The 2 biggest shocks, however, have been the Minnesota Vikings and the Arizona Cardinals. Both teams have played above and beyond expectations and have solid shots at division titles and deep playoff runs. So if the season ended today, I would be 8 of 14 on my playoff predictions. Over 50%, but not great. Back to what I'm better at, though. Last week in my picks, I went another perfect 4-0 on the week, bringing me to 21-7 on the season. Not too bad if you ask me. Let's see if I can keep it rolling this week. For week 10, I'll go with the Bills over the Colts, the Bears to bounce back with a win over the Patriots, San Francisco to take care of the Bucs on the road, and the Chargers to continue their winning ways with a win over the Titans. Speaking of playoff football, the College Football Playoff Selection Committee released the first playoff rankings of the year on Tuesday this week. Keep in mind, college football playoffs have only been around since 2014, where it has since been just a 4-team single elimination tournament. Now, for the first time in history, the playoff has expanded to a whopping 12 teams. Here's how the teams will be chosen. 1. Guaranteed bids for the top 5 conference champions in the college football rankings. No conference will have an automatic bid. A conference must have a minimum of 8 members for its champion to be eligible for a guaranteed bid. 2. At-large bids for the 7 highest ranked remaining teams, which could include additional conference champions. 3. The 4 highest ranked conference champions will receive first-round byes. And 4th and lastly, the remaining teams will play each other in the first round at the home fields of the better seeds or an alternate venue of their choosing. Matchups will be 5 versus 12, 6 versus 11, 7 versus 10, and 8 versus 9. Anyway, with all that said, here's how the playoff picture looks today. Oregon, Georgia, Miami, and BYU would be the top 4 teams, each receiving a first-round bye. Probably the biggest surprise in this projection is my alma mater, Boise State. Behind running back Ashton Jeanty, that's setting all kinds of records, BSU's 7-1 and looking to roll into a Mountain West championship and a playoff berth. This list is constantly fluctuating, so be sure to check out some of the major games this weekend to see how it all shakes out. There aren't a ton of major ranked matchups this weekend, with the exception of the game of the week, number 11 Alabama heading to Death Valley in Baton Rouge to take on number 15 LSU. That game will kick off tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. on ABC. With all the excitement for playoffs ramping up, it's easy to forget that regular seasons are just beginning. The NHL regular season is underway, and yet again, our 2 local teams are on completely different trajectories. Granted, it's very early in the season. The Kings are off to an 8-3 start and are up at the top of the Pacific Conference. The Ducks, on the other hand, are down towards the middle bottom of the Pacific Conference with a 4-6 record. On the plus side, the Ducks spent the offseason rebranding and releasing new uniforms and logos, which are significantly better than their old ones in my opinion. The reigning champion Florida Panthers picked up right where they left off and are yet again one of the best teams in the league. The Ducks played today and Sunday, and the Kings have games tomorrow and Monday, so try to check out a few games and see how the season unfolds. On top of the NHL season, the NBA season is back in session as well. The Cavaliers quickly started their season with a franchise-best 9-0 record, with the reigning champion Boston Celtics right on their tail at 7-2. Our hometown Lakers are hovering around the 500 mark, so let's hope we get to watch them in the playoffs for another season. The best part about the NBA is that there are games virtually every single day of the week, so throw some on this weekend and watch some of the most talented athletes on earth compete. As always, thank you for joining me on this week's episode of Sports Corner. There's so much to enjoy this weekend, from NFL to college football to NBA, NHL, F1, and so much more. Tune in to as much as you possibly can and come right back next week for more news, updates, and highlights from all across the sports world. I'm Cole Young. Have a great weekend. I'll see you next time.
Pacific Cremation Services offers you the ultimate freedom to become one with the salty breezes and brilliant sunset reflections. A scattering at sea is a unique, beautiful way to honor the life of anyone who chooses to be cremated. We help you plan the details and understand what to expect. Choose from our 3 simple plans and let us help you start the process of healing and life celebration. Contact us at pacificcremationservices.com to create a personalized service at sea today.
Tonight at the Barclay. Coming soon to the Irvine Barclay Theater.
Do you suffer from low back pain? Hoag Orthopedic Institute is the #1 provider of orthopedic and spine care in Orange County. Our Back to You program is a unique, non-operative, evidence-based approach to treating low back pain. Our spine strengthening program combines physical therapy with education on pain and nutrition. Let Hoag Orthopedic Institute's Back to You program get you back to doing what you love. For more information, visit hoiexperts.com/spine or call 855-999-4641 to find a doctor.
And welcome back to the show. We got some great movies coming up this weekend. It is Friday. We want to talk about a Friday movie right now. It's called Bottle Shock, and it's a great one. It is based on the true story of a wine tasting contest back in 1976. And it is amazing how this kind of played out in terms of making California wines the envy of the world as it is. It's going to be on 2 p.m. with the subtitles, 6 p.m. without the subtitles, and it's brought to us by Hoag. So look forward to that one. And then on Saturday, we got yet another great movie. It is Ferrari. It's the story of Enzo Ferrari and his amazing race that he had back in the 1950s and how he kind of rose to fame and became the car maker he was. And it's kind of the origin story of Ferrari and the legend that was born out of these races and his desire to make the perfect car. It's going to be on 2 p.m. with the subtitles and 6 p.m. without the subtitles. And that was brought to us by Harvard Eye Associates. So look forward to some great movies for this weekend. Let's take a quick check of our weather before we head out. And we got a great weekend as well as we head into our Veterans Day weekend. We got temperatures in the low 70s, and we're going to hit some 60s next week as we get the cooler fall-like temperatures out there. Mostly sunny for the next couple days. Then we have the return of the morning clouds and then turning to afternoon sunshine and late morning sunshine. And again, 60s on Monday, probably the 60s. Maybe that temperature's going to change in the forecast a little bit. Right now we have a 70 there, but it might be a little even cooler on Tuesday as well. So looking forward to some nice, cool temperatures. That's going to do it for this edition of This Day. Saturday on our program, we have the Boomers are going to come in, and Nederlander Concerts going to be talking about the big Frankie Valli show they have coming up, and you might want to be a part of that one, so how you can get tickets and all that information. So join us again on Saturday. That's going to do it for this edition of This Day. I'm Michael Taylor. For all of us here at Village Television, we hope you make this day a great one.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars